Hello everyone, welcome to this short seated practice. We're going to be seated in the chair and we're going to be working on a moon salutation. So this moon salutation includes the use of blocks or pillows. You could put pillows under your feet instead, and make sure you have a chair that doesn't have any sides, like what are they called? Armrests. No armrests. Because that's going to stop your legs from being able to move out to the side. So let's find a seat. I'm seated at the edge of my chair. I'm bringing the blocks, or if you're using pillows instead, bringing them to the outside of my feet and leaving some space. So I'm making some room for my belly. So they're pretty wide. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Taking a few breaths. Notice how you feel in this moment. We're going to come into our mountain pose, bring our hands down by our sides, really feeling the weight into our feet. So we're almost leaning forward a little bit, really balancing in our feet. So rather than sort of leaning back with our weight into the chair, we're leaning forward, distributing that weight into our legs. Engaging in the muscles in your butt, engaging the muscles in your core, and breathing here. Notice how you feel. Raising up your hands towards the sky. Maybe you want to bring your hands towards one another. You could have them touch, or you could create like a little steeple. So that's bringing the two index fingers together, linking the other fingers, raising that up above your head. Taking a breath here. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a crescent to one side. And then a little bit of a crescent to the other side. And then bring your hands back up for our upward salute. We can come into goddess pose. So if your feet aren't already there, turn them a little bit towards the corners of your mat or the corners of your room. You can cactus your arms. That might open up your chest a little bit. Thinking about your tailbone and your butt, maybe tucking it underneath you a little bit. That might make you engage your core. And breathe. Maybe you feel your upper back engaging. Again, you're engaging your muscles in your core. Tucking that tailbone under makes you engage your glute muscles or the muscles in your butt. Let me breathe here. And then maybe we want to relax a little, sit up tall, raising our hands out towards the sides of our body. Maybe we want to raise our hands up. We're in a variation of a 5-point star. Taking a breath. And then from here, let's turn our feet. So I'm going to turn so one leg is going off the side of the chair. And then I'm taking this other leg and I'm bringing it behind me. And so if your block's in the way, you can move it a little. And so what I'm doing here is this leg is almost straight. It's not perfectly straight. This leg is bent. I'm almost just sitting on one butt cheek. It's not the most comfy position to be in, but we won't be here for super long. So we breathe here in this lunging position. Maybe we want to raise our hands up again towards the sky. We could look up. And then we're going to come into a half lunge. So take that front toe, point it in front of you, and then lean into it a little bit. Breathing here. From here, maybe we want to turn that toe back again. And we have the option of coming into a variation of a triangle pose. So we can keep that knee really bent, or we can try to straighten it a little bit. You figure out what feels best in your body. I like a little bend in the knee. And then we can take the hand that's the same as that front leg, lower it down towards the ground. If you have a block here, you could hold a block, or you could let it dangle just in the direction of the ground, raising the other arm up towards the sky. Taking a breath, and then we're going to bring that arm down and we're going to turn our torso so we're facing over that leg that's in front and slowly lower our body down. So we're hinging down onto that leg. If you have a belly like me, you can think about pushing it to the inside of the leg, lowering your hands down your leg. If you have the mobility to reach the ground, go for it. I don't. If you have a block here, you can hold the block. Or you can hold your leg. Or you can let your hands dangle towards the ground. We'll breathe here for a bit. And then we're going to come back up. We're going to come back into that side lunge. So bringing those toes forward, leaning into that leg. And then we're going to lean up into center. Maybe we want to bring our feet to our blocks or the pillows. That's why they're there. They're waiting for us. And this is opening up our legs. Our knees are a little bit higher than our butt. We can bring our hands to heart center. One reason that it's nice to bring your hands to heart center is that you can use your elbows to open up your legs by pushing them into the inside of your leg a little bit. Breathing here. And then we can take our feet down. We're going to go into that side lunge on the opposite side. So we have that foot, this front foot is bent and it's a little bit forward. This one's to the side. And again, we're going to lean into that front bent knee and option to have your hands at heart center. Leaning forward a little bit. And then we can come back up and we'll come into that triangle pose. So we're turning that foot out towards the other side of the body. Taking a breath. And again, maybe you want to straighten it a little bit. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to bring that hand down towards the ground. It's the same arm as the leg. We're raising it up. Option to look up. We can bring it down. We can come turning the face over. If you need to adjust yourself on the chair anytime, go for it. Leaning over that front leg, folding forward, pushing the belly, bringing the hands down to somewhere on the leg or onto a block. Breathing here. We're going to come back into that side squat again. So turning that foot to face forward, leaning up a little bit. And we're leaning into this bent knee. Option for hands at heart center. And then we'll come back to center. Bringing our feet in a little bit. We're going to move the blocks. We're going to come back into our goddess pose. So that's with our feet out to the sides. We can raise our hands up, cactusing the arms. And remember, thinking about tucking the tailbone under. When you do that, you really engage your core muscles. You're engaging your glute muscles. And we breathe. Maybe you want to take our hands out for that 5-point star. Maybe we want to bring our hands back up. Maybe we want to make that steeple where we link the fingers and bring the index fingers up to the top. We could turn into a little bit of a crescent on one side. Coming back and then do a little crescent on the other side. And then coming back. And we can let that go. We can shake it out. Shake out our hands. Bring our feet back together in front. And maybe we want to take a moment in mountain pose. So if you feel like your belly is meeting your knees, you can make them wider. Or you can lift up your belly on top of your knees. And breathe. Maybe you want to bring your hands to heart center, to your heart. Thank you so much for this practice. I hope you enjoyed this little flow while seated in a chair. And I hope we get to practice again soon. So thank you.